I'm waiting for Landon's score. I heard 13.5 for Landon Ehlers. I think I heard 13.5. Want to mark it down, please?
13.5 is provisional from the boat for Landon Ehlers.
I believe that's what I heard. 13.5.
Pat Chipa is watching us. All right. Judy Patterson. Kelly Chipa, glad you guys are joining. Please share. We got some of the best slalomers coming up in the world. 13.5 provisional for Landon. Come on, share this, everybody, so it can get out there. We had over 200 people on this morning. Let's see if we can break it.
Ben Groen, if you're out there and you can hear me, what's the difference in the overall calculations between Brody Meskers and Jason Lee for third overall?
Here we go. It should be Doug Jordan on his first pass. Sure is. 1, 2, 3. Can the drone keep up? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 solid weight crosses for Doug. Doug held the 2006 World Championships up in Adna, Washington. It was absolutely awesome. Great, perfect conditions. He's got 80-foot trees all staggered around this lake. Super long, over 3,000 feet, and just, man, he put his heart and soul into that Worlds, and it was absolutely gorgeous, beautiful. He did a great job. We keep on begging him to do it again, but he's like, oh, I don't know.
Excuse me. Ryan Gilman, could you please come to the announcer stand? Ryan Gilman, come to the announcer stand to see Lauren St. Ange. Please, thank you. Mika St. Ange. All right, we're still waiting for Doug's first score, preliminary. He's going to be coming in for his back slalom pass. The score he has to beat is 13.5. Ryan Gilman, please report to the announcer stand to see Lauren St. Ange. Ryan Gilman, please report to Lauren St. Ange at the announcer stand, please. I don't want to get in trouble. Don't get me in trouble. Here comes Doug Jordan for pass number 2. He needs to beat the score of 13.5. 1, 2. Oh, looked like an early down there on 3, 4, 5, 6. It looks like he probably got about a 6-2 or more with at least one early down. The 13.5 is the score he has to beat.
All right, Swamp, I'm going to leave you at it on your own, I guess. I got to go do a couple interviews and get ready to ski, probably cool down a little bit, and hopefully push the envelope and improve my score. And
you got it, Mr. St. Ange. What is your strategy?
I mean, slalom is slalom, so my strategy, I don't really know. I'm just going to kind of just give it my all, I guess.
What is your strategy against Jackson Gerard?
I can't give too much, though, because sometimes the more you give, the worse you do, like jumping. Smallsy reminded me this morning. He's like, man, I was trying to go big, and every time I try to go big, same with me. I try to go big, it's hard. You just mess yourself up. So I will be pushing it, but not to the point where it's going to mess me up, I hope. But time will tell. It'll be interesting to see what we do. So for all the viewers, so they know when they watch, tell them exactly what if Jackson does not improve his score, what do I have to do?
If Jackson's got a score right now of 18.5 points, Key score is 19.7. 12.7 for Doug Jordan. 12.7 for Doug Jordan. So that puts him in second place behind Landon Ehlers. So anyway, so you got him by 1.2 right now.
Right.
Okay? And you are 11 overall points, between 11 and 14, depends whether you round up or up, down, run down. Overall points behind him. If you get 0.3, if you can open up the spread by another 0.3, if Jackson does not increase his score, but you go from a 12-7
to a 20.
I mean 19-7 to 20, okay, it will be right about neck and neck. You may just barely edge him out.
Well, it's important for me. Since he skis before me, I need to see what he does.
Right.
That's going to be very important
Now,
for me to know.
if Jackson turns around and increases the score from 18.5 to 19.5, then you're going to have to go up to about 21.
Yeah. Which I have done before.
Oh, you have many times.
I don't know. It's just it's a tough one. It's a tough one. You got to get paid for every single cross.
13.5. So it's going to be interesting.
Very, very.
All right,
What's Jackson's PB? What's Jackson's PB? William Lee.
William Lee from New Zealand.
All right, I'm out. Wish me luck, everyone. Keep on sharing the live feed.
All right, here comes William. That's cross number 1. Cross number 2. 3. 4. They look clean from here. 5. 6. But we're getting the overhead view. 7. And then Keith started throwing in front of me, so I couldn't see nothing. Smallsy, you got to go too, huh? What's that? Smallsy can get up there and talk a little bit. Want to come talk a little bit, Smallsy? Come on. Well, you just talk for a few minutes. He's doing an interview. William and Lee looked pretty good there. It looked pretty solid. 8.2 for Will. 8.2. He'll be happy with that.
Yeah, he'll be happy with that. What's his PB, do you know?
It's around 16.
I tell you what, the wakes on this boat to the other boat is completely different, isn't it?
I have no idea.
Yeah.
I have not skied behind it yet.
Well, just looking at it. The Bumblebee wake's skinny and flat, and that orange thing is wide and bubbly.
Is it?
What it looks like. My phone? No. No. Why?
I can't push the Facebook anymore.
You can have mine. You want mine?
David's would be better.
Why?
Well, because David's probably more Facebook savvy than
Oh,
you.
yeah. Oh, yeah. One more. Thank you.
That was dangerous. I just gave Brent Payne my phone.
Yeah, that is very dangerous. I don't think you should have done that. Brent Payne is going to be digging for information.
Okay, so here he is. What's he got to get now? So he's in international division, so he's skiing against Ben, myself.
And that's it.
It's just the three of us.
There's the 3 of you. So he needs to put a good score on the board, and hopefully, he can sneak in. He's got an 8.2 forwards. His PB's around 16.
Well, Will can get what, maybe another 8 to 9 backwards?
Yeah, he's about an 8 pace if he's clean. He's got to stay clean. The problem with Will is that he has a hard time bending those long giraffe legs of his. And he gets straight-legged and he gets in trouble.
It happens to the best of us. I wouldn't know about the giraffe leg thing. I'm quite close to the ground. It's lower to fall.
All right, here comes Will for a second pass. Smalls, you can go ahead and take it away.
All right, so you're doing a bag deep, not risking a positional turn. The water's glass. We've got the drone footage here, so it'll set up. Time's going to start when he first crosses. Here he goes. 1, clean. 2, 3, 4, looking clean. Not overly fast, though. 5, 6, 7. So right around a 7, maybe a 7.2, depending on that timer.
I'm going to get 7.72 the pace. He was cleaned. He took his time, but God, he looked a little slow. Huh?
Yeah, he wasn't pushing. He was, well, he put a score on the board, so now that's a score to beat.
Yeah, I think he's going to end up with about a 15 to 15.4 in that range would be my guess. Is that going to put pressure on you, Mr. Small?
Yeah. Well, here you go. So you'll see it from the boat now. Let's see if we cut any. That's clean. 2, 3, 4. Close. number 6, 7. Oh, that last one was quick. So they all look clean. One was questionable, but give him the benefit of the doubt.
Gerard to the jet ski.
7.1 he got.
15.3.
So we got cut on one.
Yeah, you got 7.1. So
7.6 with a cut.
7.6 with a cut, yeah. So 15.3. You want to write that? You writing that down? All right. 15.3 for Will. So he's in the leaders board against Ben Groen and David Small. Who's next?
Next on the running order, Jerry Kanaya. Flipper.
Jerry Kanaya. What score? He's got 13.5 to be right now. That's the top score. 13.5 by Landon Ehlers.
Jerry's usually a solid 15 pace. If he gets everything credit and pushes, he could possibly push a 16. Here he comes. So what's he going to do first? He's going forwards or is he going backwards? He's going forwards. So Jerry's going to be calling like 47.5 miles an hour here. Starts before the boy. 1, 4, 5, looking clean.
Oh.
He touched down on that one.
Yeah, cross number 6, I think, yeah?
Yeah,
came
he's
down
not going to be
early.
happy with that. Well, the pressure got to him. He was pushing.
You think it was pressure?
There you go, look.
Oh, dear. He
He
was
put-
leaning into it.
Yeah, and he pushed out wide after that one, so he stalled out, pushed out wide. Apart from that one, they look clean. So it'll be interesting. Maybe a, what? Again, a low 7s. I think they said 7.1.
Missed it.
That was a 7.1 for Jerry Canoyer.
7.1.
7.1, yeah. 7.1.
So,
So he had a 7.6.
7.6 pace. That stall out really pushed him out wide, and he lost his rhythm. He'd have been on for a solid 8 point something, but it didn't happen.
And he needs 13.5 right now to move ahead in the number 1 spot. So what do you normally do back?
He's going to be around that 7 to 8. He said he figured some things out in the last 2 weeks.
No
Squeezing,
kid.
yeah, I know. Squeezing his arms together along his body. Oh, ho, ho.
Well, we get the big boys coming. You. I like him on the
All right, we're going to hand over the mics.
You can sit down with us. Because I want to be able to explain, the overalls and what the scores are, what needs to be done. People need to know that. People want to know that.
Is there room for another chair up there? No. That's all right.
They can stand here.
Yeah.
One can stand on each side.
All right, buddy, that's all I got. You have a lot of stuff that's not barefoot related.
What do you mean?
I mean, you have a lot of groups, but a lot of the same groups that I already pushed everybody else.
All right, you got.
Wait, get some chairs. Get some chairs and put 2 more chairs in.
Thank you, David. Swamp man, your phone.
We had Jerry on his start. He said, we heard him say okay, that the boat delayed. The driver did not hear him say okay.
What? Jerry is asking for a re-ride. He's having a re-ride. What for? Do we know?
Yeah, something about the start of the drive. I'm not sure. I missed it all, but Jerry's gonna be getting a re-ride.
He did not say in gear, and the boat went in gear. That's what they said, right? So Jerry Kanaya taking his re-ride They're going to be coming back down course. Risky because he stood it up.
But 7-1, I mean, he needs to score 16 plus to, you know.
Hey guys, John Travis here at Sunset Lakes. We got some drone racers coming out today to have fun with us. Don't know if I'm scared, nervous. I have no idea what's gonna happen. They're really fast. The thing goes like 130 miles an hour.
He's having a good time. I mean, look at this, flat water, gorgeous day, these crazy ass drones.
Like you're just doing a bunch of tricks. I saw it drop right near a buoy. Found it pretty easy.
I just know that it's something that people outside the sport want to see.
Because Jerry's what, about 60 years old now, right?
I think he's closer to 70.
I didn't say that. That was for Mr. Small. No good?
I'm running out of places to push them. The community's small. There's only so many groups online that we haven't already pushed it. But I'm blocked from my ABC and everywhere now. So.
Okay. Jerry back in the water, waiting for the rollers to dissipate. You have to make sure he says in gear on this one. He ain't going to get another re-ride. Here we go. Call it, Swamp.
All right, here comes Jerry. Doing his deep water start. He's going forwards again, it looks like. Yeah, he's up front forwards. So he's going to need at least around an 8+ pace. Here he goes. First cross. It's good. Cross number 2. 3. Was there a bobble there? 4.
Yeah, he looked like he bobbled.
5. 6. 7. He looks like around a 7.6 pace. And if that's the case, that's not going to cut it.
No. No, he looked like he had a bobble about halfway down again.
We'll see the replay here from behind the boat. Our original view is from the drone, which makes it harder to, to tell. But here he comes. This is the replay right here, Smallsy.
1, clean. 2, 3. Still clean, right? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They all look clean to me, but he's not very quick. That's not a Jerry pace. He can slalom a lot quicker than that.
So they look clean, but the pace looks like maybe somewhere around 7.6. So we'll have to wait for the score from the boat. But if that's the case, it's going to be far short from what he needs.
Yeah. Well, depends what he can do backwards. You get it.
Is he stronger backwards?
Depends on the day. I've seen him rip backwards. I've seen him get like a solid 9 point something backwards. But everyone's a little bit inconsistent when it comes to this lake, so we'll see.
Yeah, because small. Because David does a clinic with Jerry every year out in California, He's been doing clinics with him for quite a few years now. So Smallsy spends a lot of time with Jerry, actually. So he knows Jerry's skiing habits and what Jerry can and can't do better than about anybody else.
Yeah, Jerry lives just north of San Francisco in California on a private lake. About the same width as where we're skiing right now, a little bit longer than this. Dye blue, looks like a swimming pool. It's absolutely perfect. Always flat. Always flat. It's unbelievable. So he has perfect conditions, which sometimes can hinder, you know. It's almost, you got to ski in some crap every now and again. So when you come to a tournament, you're not caught off base.
But we did not get his forward score.
We did
And
not.
he's coming in for his back pass.
Okay, so he's going to have to push into a 9 or a 10 pace to get that 17. 1. He's slow.
Oh,
2,
and he stepped
touch.
down.
3.
He looks very slow.
6. 7. Yeah,
Yeah, he looked like about a 7 pace with a touchdown.
he might not even get 7 on that swampy. He might be down in that high 6s. He's not happy. Splashing the water.
Yeah, I think he's going to be in the 13s, I think, probably.
Well, see what they cut as well. They probably cut him on a couple.
Jerry was the opening skier for the Open Pros, but that score is going to fall very short from what type of score he's
Here
going
he
to need.
goes. Clean first cross. Second cross, the 2 foot. 3 clean. 4 probably touch. 5 clean. 6 clean. 7 clean. So we'll see what it comes from the boat, right? We are waiting on scores.
Next skier in the water while we're waiting for his score is Dan Baumgartner, and he's in the open division. So the score Dan has to beat is going to be 13.5.
Yeah, and both Jerry and Dan are the rare breed of flippers. Jerry's known nickname is Flipper, and Danny Baumgartner also.
A score for Jerry Canoia?
Danny also heads out there and rips out a few flips as well on his trick pass, which is impressive. Try and get Keith or myself to do them, and we're out of action for about 6 weeks. So Danny Baumgartner, 15 points.
13.3. I think I heard 13.3. So Jerry is not going to be
13.3. Yeah, Jerry will not be happy with that one.
13.3 is, I think, is what we heard. And he is not going to be happy with that at all. Yeah, 13.3. It's on the board. There it is.
Danny Baumgartner came into this round with a seed score of 14.3, which was 0.1 of a cross more than Jerry in that first round.
Yeah, but he's in a different division.
He is in a different division.
He needs to beat 13.5. Landon Ehlers right now has got a 13.5. That's a score that Dan has to bypass to take the #1 spot right now.
Here he comes. So Danny's opted to start with backwards first. Wind's blowing head on. A lot of people like to ski backwards into the wind. Started way ahead of that ball, so he's good. Number 1, 2, clean. 3, and he let go of the handle.
What happened there? It looked like he let go of the handle or he lost the handle.
No rope, no hope. Hold on.
Yeah, I got to see the replay on that. I don't know what happened. The boat stopping. Let's see what happened here. There he goes.
1, 2, rollers. He had rollers there.
Hot boat speed. He's going to have a rewrite. It was a hot boat speed.
Optional, right? Optional rewrite.
Well, I think he's going to take that option.
Oh, you never know.
He fell across number 3.
Him fall, he let go.
All right, that's going to be a rewrite for Dan Baumgartner.
Now, Danny's been around for a long time, Swamp, right? Been on the U.S. team a few times, been to a few Worlds.
I don't think he's ever been on the open team. I don't think. But he's been on the senior team several times, and he's on this year's senior team.
Now, how old's Danny? He can't be that old.
I believe you know what? I don't know how old. Is he in his 40s now?
Give it a big old fist pump from the jet ski right there.
Anybody know how old Dan Baumgartner is? Anybody watching a live feed that knows? Just go and type it in. He's pretty much got the overall. I think he's got the open overall locked up too. I think Dan's going to be your open overall winner, I believe. Robbie Groen, he's international. Jim Forster, Zenon. Yeah, I'm pretty safe in saying Dan Baumgartner is going to be your open overall national champion. Now he's trying to win the gold medal in slalom, and it looks like he's got to beat a score of 13.5. And who else is he competing against? Jim Forster, who's got a C-score of 14.8. Logan Walter's got a C-score of 15.3. Zenon's got a C-score of 15. So he's got his work cut out for him. He's going to have to put on a strong score because he's got 3 scores.
Is Zenon
15.
here?
Zenon is here, yeah.
Is he? I haven't seen him.
So the last 3 in open should be in for a real battle.
Now hopefully we can keep this wind down, Swamp. It's starting to pick up and it's blowing straight down the pipe. So fingers crossed we can keep these good conditions that we've had for the last 3 days. It'll make it interesting if it gets chippy, wouldn't it? With Keith and Jackson for that overall.
Yeah.
No. Okay. Miss Betsy told me the awards are in the big tent after this event. Big tent after this event. Be there for the awards. Or Betsy's coming after you. All right, here he comes, Swamp.
Here comes Dan for his first pass again. It's a reride. Dan Baumgartner's got no choice. He's got to go big or he's going to go home.
I hope he goes big. Here he goes, setting up. 1, 2, clean crossings. 3. Number 4, a little bit of a bobble, but it's fine.
They look clean so far.
6.
It looked like about a 6 pace. Is that accurate?
Seemed like it. We need a timer out here, really.
Is that timer?
Oh, he went straight through the weeds. Danny just skied over about 18 inches of water over there in the weedy bit. It's all fine and dandy till you fall, innit? Stuck in the mud.
It's hard for us to tell in that overhead view. It really is. So we're going to have to wait for the score to come out of the boat. Looked like it was not.
Danny Baumgartner, 5.7.
Oh, 5.7.
So you got cut on one.
5 points. So you got 6.2 with a cut. 6.2 with a cut. So that's not going to cut.
Ah, no. Well, they look really clean to me from the overhead. Let's see if we can see the replay from the boat. I know some. I didn't see any bubbles.
I didn't either. I didn't see where you got cut, but
They're mean today.
5.7.
They're mean.
So Danny's going to. He's got his work. He's got his work cut out for him in the front position.
Well, this replay, from what I've seen so far, clean as a whistle.
Yeah, I don't see no cuts.
We missed the first 2, I think it was, of that pass, but they look clean.
Well, Smallsy, the bottom line is the judge and the jury and the boat said 5.7.
Yeah, it doesn't matter what we think, right? So after Danny, we have Robbie Groen, all the way from New Zealand. Pretty much as far away as you could possibly get.
Robbie's in the international division. He'll be competing against his boy Ben and against Will Lee and against your one and only David Small.
Yep. Robbie hosted the World Championships back in 12, right?
Here comes Dan now. Yeah, 2009.
Oh, 9, my bad.
Here comes Dan for his second pass. He'll be forwards.
All right. 2. He's got a good pace right there, Swamp. 3, 4, 5, 6. Clean.
It looked
8.
like a 7-2.
Looked like a 7-ish pace, right?
Yeah, 7-2, 7-6.
Was he trying to trick the judges on the start there, flicking the handle and then starting at the same time?
Yeah, I don't
See that?
know. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't.
I guess. I've been seeing Lexi doing that. She plays with her hair and does a 1 foot at the same time. It's worked, though. What'd she get? Oh, there you go. See that? Look
She
at that.
got a
Sneaky.
15.
2, 3, 4. He's tight. 6, 7. They look pretty clean to me.
Second pass was an 8 total of 13.9.
8 on the second pass, 8 for total of 13.9. I think is what I heard.
13.9. 0.4 of a cross ahead of Mr. Ehlers.
That puts him in first place right now, if I heard that right. I think I heard 13.9. It should be 13.7 unless he got 8.2. So 13.9 is what we heard. That puts him in the number 1 spot as of right now over Landon Ehlers. But he's got some tough competition still coming up.
Robbie
Ahead of him.
Groen. Robbie Groen came into the last round with the seed score of 14.3 as well. So same score as Danny in that first round. And Robbie is very capable of
13.9, yeah.
13.9 he got. So very capable of slaloming a lot more than that.
So 13.9 is the accurate score
Look
for
at that.
Dan.
Carrying a baby and 2 beers. That's skills right there. Mad skills.
So Robbie Groen, can he beat his boy?
Wouldn't that be something? It's possible.
Everything's possible.
Anything's possible.
You know, that's the one thing in the finals. You know, for the overall, they take the best scores of the whole tournament. But in the finals, it's a one-shot deal, and anything can happen.
Here he comes. Forwards for his first pass. Robbie's a solid skier. Usually stands up his runs. Here he goes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 with a touch.
Nah, he fell off, but he was okay, I think.
7-2. 7-2 what looked like from me. Hey, that boat looks like they're cutting that corner, trying to get the skiers a little bit more time in the pass, which is nice.
It's good for you, Smallsy.
It's good because I've been out of lake every single time. Yeah, it's good for me. Okay, here we go. Let's check it out. See if they're clean. 1, clean. Clean. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Still clean, right? 7. So my guess is a 7-2.
Yeah, probably 7-2, 7-6.
Robbie Groen's first pass is a 6.7.
6.7, so you got 7-2 with a cut.
They were mean.
7-2 with a cut. He's in the international division. He's your competition. And right now the score to beat is Will Lee at 15-3. So 15-3 is the score for him to beat. He got a 6.7.
6.7, yep.
He's gonna have his
7-2
work.
with a cut.
He has his work cut out for him. I'm not sure if he has what it takes in the tank.
We'll see. So Robbie and the Team New Zealand are down here leading up to the World Championships that are in a couple of weeks. Staying at the Lake Roy Inn in sunny Winter Haven, Florida. Training with the Kiwi team. Got a couple of boats over there. Where are they skiing? Are they skiing on Lake Roy? They get skiing on the chain?
I don't know where they're skiing, actually, to be honest with you.
I'm going to hog our lake. No one's allowed in our lake.
No, yeah, Lake
It's
Rochelle,
off-
Lake Conine. Yeah,
Off limits.
That's off limits. That's off limits. Otherwise, now we'll get our millionaire neighbor to get on you guys.
Yeah,
Ed
we'll get him
Bean.
out there. Mr. Bean. He's polices the community. He does.
Right, Ed Bean?
All right, here he comes. Second pass, back deep. What's he going to do? Does a positional 1 foot test for speed. Nice wide cutout for that first cross one.
2, 3, 4, 5. They look clean so far. 6. It looks about a 7 pace, 7.2.
Again, from that drone footage, it looked clean, but we've been wrong the last few passes.
Well, you've been calling it, so I think you've been wrong. I've been listening.
There's no I in Team Swamp. See if we can get a score from the boat for Robbie Groen on his second pass. Here he is. It's a lot easier to see from the boat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He might have got a 7.6, you know.
Well, it's still not going to be enough.
Better than 7.2.
To be Will, Will needs 50. Will's got 15.3. $13.2. You get 7.5. That doesn't. That's 14.2, right? Yeah, I think it's 14.2. 14.2 if you got 7.5. That means
he
you got
got an
8
8.
with a cut.
Wow. He was ripping.
Wow. Yeah, this we're a little off with the timer on this thing. Huh?
Jim Forster. So Jim lives, trains, and breathes South Florida.
14.2. 14.2, yeah.
So Jim's always at these tournaments, puts on a great PGA tournament at the start of every summer down in West Palm Beach, South Florida. Perfect water, perfect boat. He has an inboard Sanga DX2 as well, which is the boat of choice. Here he is. Here he's coming into course, Jim Forster.
He's an open division, so the score for him to beat right now is 13.5, 13.5, right?
13.9.
13.9. Dan Baumgartner. Looking smooth. Looking very smooth. They look clean. Oh, that one right there was probably a scoop. He probably got a scoop there.
I think they're going to cut him, Swamp. Just going off what they've done in the last, 3 or 4 people.
You think so?
Yeah, I think so. They've been pretty mean. Banquet tickets are for sale at the bar. If you're a non-skier, they are. How much are they? Ah, it's a bargain. $25. You can't go wrong. Go pick them up.
I missed it. 7.2 for Jim Forster. 7.2. 7.2.
So after we've skied these rounds, we're going to have the awards under the big tent. Don't go anywhere. Make sure you're there supporting people, getting their medals. And if you haven't got a banquet ticket already, go buy one. Okay, 7. What do you get?
7.2, and the score to beat is
7.2.
13.9 right now. From Dan Baumgartner.
Okay, so we didn't get cut.
No, he didn't get cut, I guess. 7.2 is what he got. He's got a C-score of 14.8. So he's going to need about an 8 pace backwards. We got a couple scores in here. Girls A Slalom. Your runner-up would be Sammy Eaton with a score of 1.9. And your gold medal winner would be Riley Stenson with a score of 6.6.
Here he comes, Swamp.
So he needs about an 8 pace, Smallsy.
Yeah, 8 pace. But he can do it. I've seen him get 8 before backwards. And he's used to skiing behind these inboard sangers. Well, it's what he trains behind. Setting up, doing a couple of positional 1-foot tests for speed, and he's off. 1, 2, wide-legged, but it works for him. 3, 4.
Oh, wide transition.
5,
Lost a lot of time there.
6, 7.
7.
7 and a bit, but they look clean to me.
Clean, but transition number 4, he was extremely wide, and he lost a heck of a lot of time there.
Yeah, when you go outside of that curl, you hit that flat. You know, you start sliding. You lose 0.2 of a second. You lost the whole cross.
As we're waiting for Jim's score.
Oh, he's way wide on that cross. Really stalled him out.
As we're waiting for Jim's score, I've got some more. Boys B, the winner there's only one skier, but Brett Swanbaum hit a PB at 12. And then boys A, the runner-up was Alice Osborne with a silver for 7.8. And the gold medal winner would be Michael Sousa from New Hampshire with a score of 9.3. Congratulations, guys and girls.
Did we have a score? We didn't have a score from the boat yet, did
No,
we?
we're waiting. You get the walkie-talkie.
Zenon Bilas? Who's this geezer?
Zenon, the Big Z.
So Zenon, old school, confusing the judges because he wants to ski on the low pole. Directly on the pylon. Old school Swamp. He needs to get with the new age.
This is very old school. Zenon goes way back. He wants the rope directly down on the pylon. My Lord, I didn't think anybody even did that anymore.
A lot of these kids don't even know what the low pole's for. They think it's just something that clamps onto the boom clamps onto.
Exactly. Have you ever skied on a low pole, Smallsy?
Yeah, we used to attach the line, both sides of the engine, onto a V and drag in the prop wash.
But in competition, when you started out, where were they at?
They're low pole.
Low pole?
Low pole, white caps, ice, all that good stuff. Yeah. We had horse and carriages pulling us down the side of canals.
We're still waiting for the score for Jim Forster. 13.9 is the score he needs to beat. And then we got Zenon coming.
Is it Xenon or Zenon?
Zenon. And then we got Logan Walter.
Well, we got Brody first.
Yeah, but I'm talking about the open division.
Okay.
Brody Meski's open pro will be after Zenon, and he is in a real battle with Jason Lee for the 3rd overall position. So he needs to increase his score, and right now he's got a score of 15, and Jason's got a score of 17.5. So there's a lot more room for Brody to improve than Jason. So Jason's got his work cut out for him.
Yep. Zenon came into this with a score of 15. It's a solid skier. They're still deciding how to attach that line down onto that low pole. I think it was a stall tactic. Here he comes.
We never did get Jim's score.
Nope. Coming in forwards, low pole. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Looked like a touch there.
Yeah, it looked like he fell off on that 8th one.
Yeah, I think I saw something pop up on the screen as a 13.9. So I think Jim might have got a 13.9. I will pencil that in.
AJ, if you can hear me up there, could you post the scoreboard?
Zenon looked clean on these crossings. Apart from
Oh,
that last one.
The last one looks like he fell off, huh?
I think he's out of time anyway, wasn't it?
Probably. He's probably out of time. Okay, well, we do not have, that's why we didn't get the score. We do not have, well, Jim Forster's score is not, that's why we didn't get it. So Zenon, the score to beat for Zenon is right now 13-9 without knowing what Jim Forster scored.
We got a fair amount of people right now, Swamp. Everyone in the water, chilling out, enjoying the Floridian sunshine, cheering people on as they whip past them. 45
Everybody's enjoying it, man. Look at all the kids and the dogs are in the water. You got two-legged and four-legged kids all swimming all over the place.
Four-legged kids?
Yeah, look at those doggies out there. They're our kids. They're part of our family. God knows yours are, Smallsy.
Yeah, I got a couple of them.
Somebody ever lay a finger on one of Smallsy's dogs, oh, man, they are in deep, deep trouble.
So we've only got a few more skiers left, and we've got the presentation under the big tent. Betsy Gilman would like you all to buy some tickets for the banquet thing that's going on afterwards. $25 a pop if you're not a
The
skier.
banquet tonight. Look what I see. I see Mrs. Small.
Oh, wow.
Mrs. Tabitha Small. Look at this. Her presence is being felt.
Hello. Jerry Kanaya got hold of her.
All right, here we go. Here comes Zenon for a second pass. We did not get a score.
Nope, no scores from the boats. Bag deep, low pole again. 2, clean. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
It looked about an 8 pace, yeah.
I give him an 8.2.
It looked like he was about an 8 pace there. Looked strong, looked solid, depending what he got forwards. But you know, his seeding score is 15. It makes sense. 8 and 7 would be 15.
See if we can get some scores out here. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we did 9 crossings in the pass. Looked like it was an 8 in time.
He's probably going to have a pretty good score. That's probably going to put him in the lead. We don't have Jim Forster's score yet, but I think Jim is probably closer to 14.
All right, coming on the water next, Broderick Meskers. Open pro skier from up north.
Brody Meskers, this is a big pass for him, not only because he wants to try the medal, but he is in a dog fight with Jason Lee for the 3rd overall spot. And whoever, I don't know, they're neck and neck. Brody needs to increase his score of 15, and Jason Lee has a score of 17.5. So if Brody can up that score, that's going to help him out in the overall and put a lot of pressure on Jason. And Brody's an open pro, so what's the top open pro score right now, Smallsy?
Top open pro score, 19.7.
No, I mean that's gone so far.
Oh, it's gone so far.
Is it just Jerry that's gone?
Yeah, it's only Jerry, and Jerry slammed a 13.3.
Okay, so 13.3 right now, but he's going to need, realistically, he's going to have to go up into the 17 area to be fairly competitive.
He's going to have to be in the 17s to look at getting a medal.
There comes Brody now. This is a big pass for him. Looks like he's forwards. Here he goes. 1, 2, 3, 4. He's got a good pace going. 5, 6, 7, 8. About an 8.6 or so. He's got a real strong pace going.
Yep. Somewhere in the middle of that wake, time went off. Well, if he can get a mid-8 and a mid-8, I think it's going to push him up there. Let's see if they're all clean.
Let's see if they're clean. Yeah, there he goes.
Number 6, 7. They look clean.
They look clean from here. They look clean from here.
He's skiing pretty solid. His turns are looking good. His slalom's looking good. Getting ready for Worlds.
8.2 for Brody Meskers. 8.2.
8.2. Can we get a score for Jim and Zenon?
We have no score for Zenon or Jim Forster. So Brody Meskers 8.2. He's got a. Okay, they're going to give us the scores of Jim Forster and Zenon on the other end, so that's good. So Brody, 13.8 for Jim Forster, 13.8. So that still keeps Dan Baumgartner, I think, in first place, right?
Danny got a 13.9, yeah, so he's 0.1 ahead.
Okay, so Brody, he's got anything he can increase over 15 is going to help his overall position and put pressure on Jason Lee. He's got 8.2, and he's coming in backwards. I know backwards he's got a pretty good pace, but he also gets cut a lot. So we'll see how clean he can keep him. Here comes Brody now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He looked about an 8 pace.
Yeah, he might get an 8 on there. 7, 8, squeezing an 8 pace.
He looked like about an 8 pace, so we'll have to see if they're clean.
He'll be happy with that.
He took his time. Usually he's a 9 pace. He took his time. He wanted to keep him clean.
He's skiing off that second weight pretty good right there.
There he goes. See the replay.
2, 3, 4. Clean so far. 5, 6, 7. I didn't cut him.
Smallsy thinks they're clean.
So he could end up with a 16 point something.
He could be taking the lead here in Open Pro Division, and he could be helping out his cause for the overall against Jason Lee.
See if we can get some scores from the boat.
We'll wait to get the scores. Now that.
Ooh.
15.8. He had 7.6. So 7.6. How did he end up with 7.6? Wow.
Chris is 5.
15.8. I don't know how he ended up with 7.6 on that.
I don't know. Maybe they started the timer before we did with this on screen.
Usually the 9 pace would be. Well, that's just 2 cuts. Could have been 8.6. 8.6 with 2 cuts, I bet you. I bet you got 8.6 with 2 cuts. So Brody Meskers takes the lead of 15.8. 15.8. He takes the lead on Open Pro, and he helps out his overall positioning with Jason Lee. That means Jason Lee's going to have to increase. He's behind, so Jason Lee's going to have to add like a full point plus on his slalom score.
Logan Walters in the house. Man-child.
The last gear for the Open Division.
15.3 seed score. Here he goes. 1.
Oh, bobble there,
2,
but he recovered.
3,
4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have no timer, so we don't know where he's at time-wise.
He reminds me of Keith's slalom, just a lot slower.
What score does he have to beat? Open. What's the top open score?
Open men top score right now.
We don't know his ending score.
13 13.9.
13.9 without knowing Zenon's score.
Jason needs 18.8 to be back in the game. That's if KSO does not improve his score. So, Jason Lee, pressure's on.
He needs 18.8 to beat Brody Meskers for the third overall spot.
That's a push.
That's a big score for him.
But he can do it.
He can.
He's done it before. He's slallomed in the 19s, right?
He's going to need a 9.6 someplace.
And if KSO gets in the 20s, Jason's going to need 19 points in slalom.
Well, it's got nothing to do with KSO. Or
It does. If KSO slaloms more.
Yeah. Okay. Got it.
Don't argue with Ben Groen. That was Ben Groen.
No.
Ben Groen and numbers and stuff like that. He's on
Ben
point.
is texting us. Yeah. All right.
Is he sitting? Ben, are you sitting in your car in the AC?
We didn't get a score from Logan Walters. So we don't know where we stand for the national championship here. It's between him and Dan Baumgartner and Zenon. We didn't get Zenon's score. So, too bad. I wish we knew. We could fill all you guys in, but we do not know at this moment.
Line is tight. Here he comes. He's trying to squeeze every little bit into that pass, all the way down by that yellow boy so he gets enough time.
Logan back. He needs about an 8 pace, Small-G, at least a 7.8. He's waiting a long time. There he goes. That look good. Cross number 3 looks good. The cross number 4, he's looking good. 5, 6, but it's going to be 7. He ran out of 7.
Was that 7 he stopped at?
Yeah.
Well, he started all the way in front of us, though, right?
He waited too long.
Whoops.
To start. It's going to be close. We need to get some scores here. He's going to look like, I don't know what he got forward. There's going to be some tight scores. So we don't know the final scores between Logan, Zenon. We know Dan Baumgartner's got 13.9. And we have to wait for Zenon, and we have to wait for Logan to see who won the gold medal and who took the silver medal.
Wow. Boat stopped at 7, so he ain't going to get more than 7.
Who's next?
Mikey Caruso. Mikey won the Junior Worlds in 2001.
Are you guys sending scores out or not?
2001. Mikey took a long time off from barefooting and has recently, in the last couple of years, come back in it. And he's been smashing it. 14.2 for Logan Walters.
And Zenon, please. 14.2 for Logan Walters. 14.2. What did they say?
They are reviewing Zenon's sheets.
Okay, Zenon's is being reviewed. So the gold medal is on hold. Right now, Logan Walters has got the top score, 14.2. Dan Baumgartner's got 13.9. And then we're on hold for Zenon to see what he's got.
Jim Foster was a 13.8.
And now we're going back to the Open Pro Division. And we got Mikey Caruso.
So Mikey came in with a seed of 15.4. Here he is, coming in forwards, letting that boat come up to speed. Now he's got to start before that orange boy to get guaranteed 15 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He's going to be somewhere in that 7.5 pace by the look of it. Plenty of time at the end of that pass left for him, so he started early enough. And Mikey Caruso, he started barefooting way back when a little boy, his whole family involved in skiing. I remember him competing when I was a young whippersnapper. or he's a very good skier, and he can smash his flips out the park as well. 8 flat, 8.0. Okay, first pass forwards for Mikey, 8.0. That is a good first pass. So if Mikey can come back in and do another 8 to 9, he's going to be somewhere between that 16 and 17 point swamp.
Smallsy, how far down the list are you here? You're going to have to start thinking about going pretty soon, huh?
There you got Mikey, Willie Farrell, Bryce
still got a
Storman,
few.
Chris
Okay.
McWaters, Jason Lee, Jackson Gerard, Ben Grun, and then me.
Not that I want to get rid of you because I love having you here, but I want to make sure you're ready to do your thing, too.
Mr. Gurin sitting in his car at the start dock, living the dream down there in that AC.
All right, so we got, for the overall, for third overall, any overall, we got a big battle coming up between Jackson Gerard and Keith St. Ange.
That'll be interesting.
And we got Jason Lee, which he needs to score 18.8 to overtake Brody for the third overall spot. Boy, the young and the old. Jason Lee, the old, the young Brody Meskers. The old Keith St. Ange, the young Jackson Gerard.
What do they do, though? Do they push? Do they push for the overall, or do they just try and win the individual?
Well, Brody's done. Jason wants to try to push for the overall because he knows that he probably can't beat Keith, more than likely. Who's up there? Is this Mikey's second pass?
This is Mikey, yeah. He got an 8.0 in his first forward pass. So he's going to come in backwards, setting up. He's just got to ski clean. Ski clean, get an 8 point something. 2, 3, number 4, 5, 6, 7. Ooh, he might have got an 8 again. And then back to front at the end as the boat was cutting off and turning.
You must have. I think you had 8.6. How 8.6 pace? Yes, you ended up with 7.6.
Okay, let's see if they're all clean on this replay.
That's the only way I can figure it.
2 clean, 3, 4, 5, 6. They all look clean to me. We're waiting on the score.
This walkie-talkie is really breaking up. But in all fairness, we had you at 8.2 and they got you at 8.6. So I'm guessing that's what it is. You had 8.6 or 2 cuts, I'm guessing. But that was a lot cleaner for you.
Yeah, that's what I was just trying to go slow and clean to get a 16.
Yeah, well, you were 15.8. So now Jason needs 18.8 to beat you.
Can he hit 18.8?
He can, but he needs a 9.6. Normally he's around 18. What's the seat score? 17.5 is what the seat score is. So it's going to be tight.
So we're waiting on the score from Mikey.
How many skiers still have?
We missed Mikey's score.
Next on the water, William Farrell. One-way Willie.
Zenon's score is a 14.3. 14.3, and I think that's barely enough for the gold medal, if that's official, because Logan is 14.2.
Oh, that's close.
And then Dan Baumgarten is 13.9.
Thank you, sir. Right, we're still waiting on Mikey's score, but William Farrell, one-way Willie, coming in. This guy, again, been around the block a lot. Unique style there, legs stuck out to the side. Shaky, but solid, if that makes sense. Stood it up, had the handle at the end. So Willie came in with a seed score of 15.6. Capable of pushing into those 16s. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm gonna say he's probably around that 7.6, 7.8 pace.
I didn't see the timer.
I didn't see the time. That's just my guess.
Now, Wooley's Open Pro, and right now the top score to beat on that is 15.8 from Brody Meskers. Well, no, we don't know Michael Caruso. We didn't get his score.
Yeah, and Mikey had an 8 on his first pass.
This thing's really breaking up.
Pedernales Construction is a proud sponsor of the 2018 U.S. Barefoot Nationals and Team Ehlers.
Regripping that handle, make sure he's secure. See if he'll try and trick the judges. 2, 3, very high stance there for Willie. 4, 5, 6, very in control there.
7, 6. I'm going to say 7.6.
7.5.
I'm going to say 7.6. They're backwards. I like that view a lot better. We had it right behind the boat. It's a lot easier for you and I to follow.
Yeah.
You know, to give an actual score. But I wouldn't get 7.6 there.
I'm going to put him around that, probably around that same seed score, right around that 15.5.
15.8 to score he has to beat. Well, without knowing what Michael Caruso did.
Willie has that old school style.
7.8 for his second pass for a total of 15.2. 15.2 for Willie Farrell.
15.2 for Willie Farrell. 15.2 for Willie Farrell. How about Mickey Caruso?
So Willie was 0.4 of a cross behind his original seed score.
Mikey Caruso got 16.2. So Mikey Caruso's in the lead.
Yeah, Mikey's leading. Good for him.
Mikey's leading. Brody Meskers second. And Willie Farrell third at this moment.
Yep.
Next is 14-year-old Bryce Storman. 14-year-old Bryce Storman out there competing with the big dogs.
Does he know he's skiing? Because he did miss his jump turn this morning.
I think he's here.
Is he here?
I think so.
Bryce in the water. Papa Storman, is he here?
Watch this 14-year-old kid, guy. He's on the U.S. junior team. 14 years old. And he's capable of slaloming in the 16s.
This kid's been ripping it up backwards, hasn't he? He's been pushing around that 9 mark.
Yeah, mid-8s, 9. He's been up in that area, backwards.
All of a sudden, started to come on strong.
He's got to make sure that knee is bent on that transition. Otherwise, he gets straight-legged, and then he gets in trouble.
So Bryce came in with a seed score of 15.6. So if he can do that, it's gonna put him right around. It's gonna put him in 3rd place.
Here comes Brycey, 14 years old. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6 with 4 seconds to go. 7. He's about 8. He's about an 8 pace.
Yeah, I put him probably in at 8.2.
Yeah, he's somewhere around 8 for his forward pass. If they were clean, that's a solid score. I'm going to say if they're clean, I'm going to say 8-8-2.
It seemed like it to me. They looked clean. He was pretty solid there. If he can get an 8 and then push an 8.5 backwards from, that's a legit score. What's his PB?
16-8.
Well, there you go. That's going to be right around there, isn't it?
Yeah. 16-8, yeah. And he slalomed over 17 his first score, but he got cut. He got cut down to 15-something, so he got cut quite a bit.
Yeah,
in his
15.6 he in first round. So waiting on the boat to give us a score for Storman's first pass.
And after Bryce, we are going to have the Open National Jump Champion, Christopher McWaters.
Professional water skier, Chris.
Yeah, he's Open Pro in slalom.
Open Pro. He's a legend in his own right, isn't he?
Oh, he
He
sure
walks
is, man.
around and people just sort of part.
We're still waiting for the preliminary score for Bryce. I'm not sure if we're going to get it.
Is that Gloria McWaters over there in that brand new Audi watching her husband?
I don't know. Is that her over there on the other side? What you doing on the other side of the lake?
I don't know. Getting away from Chris. All right.
All right, we didn't get Bryce's preliminary score.
Nope, but he's coming in backwards. Let's see if he can push that 8 to 9 cross.
So let's see what he does backwards. He's got to pick that head up, bend that knee. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, he's going to be about 8-8 maybe.
I'm impressed. I tell you what, how fast does he go as well? I bet he's not going more than 43, 44.
Backwards, I think he's going, what am I pulling him at?
42 and a half. No wonder the wake looks like it's twice as wide as everyone else. He's getting an 8.5, 9 pace with a twice as wide wake. Should bump him up to 47. Put him on the low pole.
There he goes. 1. Let's see the replay there. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
8 with 1 second. Ooh.
8-6, 8-8.
Yeah.
Oh, with this timer here, we don't know how close that is. We'll have to wait to get the score from the boat if we get it.
Get on him, Swan. Bug him. Here comes that wind again. Keeps gusting up, trying to blow it up a little bit.
All right, waiting for the score for Bryce Dorman. Next gear in the water is going to be Christopher McWaters. Whoa! He got a 9 pace with 1 cut, so he got 8.5. And he got an 8.6 with a cut, so he's got a total score of 16.6.
That's impressive, isn't it?
So he takes the #1 spot right now. Bryce Dorman right now is the #1 spot in Open Pro, 14 years old.
Wow. 14 years old, ranked #1 right now.
And he's got Christopher McWaters, Jason Lee, Jackson Gerard, and Keith St. Ange.
So 16.6 is leading the competition right now. Chris McWaters came into this round with a seed score of 16.5. So Chris had a cut at 16.5.
Yep.
Let's see if Chris... Now, Chris is one of those slalomers where he can, forwards, he can push that 9 again, can't he? He can push the 9, and backwards is an 8 pace.
Chris is about 9 and 8 if he's tight and solid. About 17 is where he's pushing it. He's got to be clean.
Now, Chris works in California as an ER nurse. He's been working a lot, so he hasn't had a lot of water time. So he's been skiing really well for the amount of time he's had on the water recently.
And this Chris now coming in. He's coming in forward. And here he goes. Four, 5, 6. It's looking fairly solid. 7. We have no time here. 8. So I don't know where we're at time-wise.
Well, judging on just the length of the lake,
But he looked pretty solid.
yeah, he looked like a 9 pace.
They looked pretty clean.
Be nice for Chris to put a score of around that 17, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. Here's the timer right there. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He's probably
Oh, you might get that 9.
he's probably around that 9 mark. Probably 8, 8, 9. Whether they're clean or not from the boat, he's going to be around that 8, 8, 9 mark.
We keep saying they're clean, but they keep knocking them. I thought they were clean again. Am I wrong?
Well, you're a generous judge.
Hey, if there's any doubt, you give it to the skier, right?
I agree with that. The skier should always get the tie or the benefit of the doubt.
I gotta go. I'm skiing in like 2 skiers, 3 skiers.
Whoa. All right. I'm losing my sidekick, David Small.
Where are those
He's
girls
leaving
they
me
wanted to
'cause he's getting
commentate?
ski.
Lexi and Alice, where are ya?
Tabitha, would you like to fill in? We get Brody Meskers. You can come fill in. Come on. Come on, Brody Meskers. We're waiting for Chris's second pass. Take the pencil. You can fill it in. You can talk to the mic. Sit down. I got Brody Meskers replacing David Small. David is going down to the starting dock because he's going to be doing some skiing here shortly. Here comes Chris for pass number 2. We did not get his preliminary on the first pass. Coming in backwards. And here he goes. 1 looks good. 2 looks good. 3, it falls off, and he fell off. There we go. Chris is gone. He fell off. That foot was not centered in with the center part of his body. His transition foot. And he fell off, and poor Chris is going to be extremely disappointed with that. That was cross number 3, so he's going to end up with, I don't know, probably somewhere around 10, 11 as a final score. Of course, all the skiers say there's rollers on the course and they fall. Yeah, exactly. You say that too, right, Brody? So we got to see what his score is going to be. We don't know his score yet. We'll see what they score him.
There's Starbucks stuff in there. Starbucks stuff in the water.
Yeah.
There was Starbucks stuff in the water.
It doesn't look like he's getting a re-ride.
May have been a beer bottle in the water.
Could be. Could be. Brent's over here looking for every excuse in the book. All right, while we wait for his score, which is not going to be good unless he gets a re-ride, the next skier in the water is going to be Jason Lee. You got 16-2. You got 16-2. Bryce Stormer got 16-6. And
Pedernales Construction is a proud sponsor of the 2018 U.S. Barefoot Nationals and Team Ehlers.
And this CJ Lee over here, she's pumping her fist. No. All right, so we're waiting for Jason Lee to come in. Brody Meskers is anxiously sitting here. It is a battle between Brody and Jason for the number 3 overall spot. Jason needs 18.8 to take the number 3 spot. Brody is nervous. Yeah, don't be afraid to speak up, young man. Yeah, but you got to speak. You can't whisper. Wow, that was tough. All right, we're still waiting down there. You got Jason Lee, then you got Jackson Gerard, David Small, and Keith St. Ange. Everything's on the line here, guys. Everything's on the line. Jason Lee needs an 18.8, roughly, to bypass Brody Meskis for the number 3 spot overall. And here comes Jason Lee now, coming into the course. He's coming in forwards. And he's off and running. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He looks like about an 8.9 pace. 8.8 or 9 pace. That's what it looked like. They look clean. But that looked like about an 8.8 or 9 pace.
That's why.
What do you think, Brody?
Well, right now I'm pretty nervous. He just skied to look like a pretty good pass, so we'll have to see what happens on his back run.
All right. Well, we're gonna wait for his score. I'm gonna guess 8.8 or 9. Oh!
He got cut.
Jason Lee got an 8.2. 8.2, so he got cut.
So that have been
He must have got a 9. He must have got a 9.2
He
then.
got cut twice.
Oh, no, 9.2. There you go. 9.2.
Oh, okay, that sounds better.
9.2. So this is going to be close. He needs 18.8 roughly.
I'm thinking it's getting very, very close. It all comes down to
Jason
this
needs
run.
a 9.6 backwards. He needs a 9.6 backwards. 15.2 for Willie Farrell. So he needs a, and you know what? If he gets a 9.6 backwards, that's going to bring him to 18.8. And I think that's going to be barely enough to squeeze him by. If he gets a 9.2 backwards, it's not going to be enough. This is going to be close. The heat is on. The pressure is on. Brody right here. Look at him. He's
I'm sweating.
Brody is sweating. Go ahead, Brody. Thank you. Here he comes. This is going to be close. Jason Lee's backwards. He's coming into the course. Here he goes. 1, 2, 3. Oh, and he was trying too hard. And he fell.
The boat?
And the boat is slowing down. We'll have to wait and see.
It's looking like a re-ride. This boat's starting to turn. Yep, it's going to be a re-ride.
The boat is turning, or yeah, they're going to turn.
Yep, they're turned. He said he needs 9.6 to get third, and he knows it, so he's going for it.
He's going for it. He knows he needs 9. Okay, he's going to get a re-ride because of a hot boat speed. Hot boat speed. He called 45. He had it at 45.7.
And now I have to be nervous even longer.
Now he's going to have a re-ride on that. He needs 9.6. He knows it. He's well aware. He needs 9.6 to beat out Brody Meskis.
What's up, everybody? I'm Jason Lee. I was at the 20th annual, so I'm excited to be back for the 30th annual. You know, we've just been skiing laps around the lake here at Lake Conine at the World Barefoot Center. We've just been trying to, you know, strengthen our back, get our feet conditioned, strengthen our forearms in my case, you know. Just, yeah, long runs and, you know, trying to get our feet to burn and just get prepared physically and mentally for it. We've done some transition work as well, some boat driving type training. The most challenging aspect is, I mean, it's just skiing. It's just footing for a long time, fast speeds through rough water. It's physically challenging. You know, people have different aspects of, you know, their weaknesses and their strengths, and, you know, I have my personal weaknesses that I have to battle like everybody else, so that's the most challenging thing.
Mom and Dad are nervous. The kids are nervous. Everybody's nervous. Brody's nervous.
You're not nervous.
The Meskers up in Wisconsin are nervous. This is exciting times. Is it going to be the old guard or the young buck? The old Jason Lee, can he pull off a 9.6 to squeeze into third place? Or is he only going to get 9.2 or less? And is the young buck, Brody Meskers, going to squeeze into third place overall? Brody, you're nervous.
I am very nervous, but, you know, no matter what happens, Jason's a great guy, class act. He definitely would be a guy that I wouldn't mind losing to.
Tracy Meskers says, me too. Me too what, Tracy? You nervous? You got the Lees sitting down, the whole crew. They're on pins and needles. You get the Meskers up in Wisconsin, they're on pins and needles. And you get the people out there, some are rooting for Jason, some are rooting for Brody, some are rooting for the young buck, some are rooting for the old guard. Brody, here comes Jason right now. He needs 9.6. He needs 9.6. He's standing up. He's in the curl. He's going to push it. Here he goes.
There's 1, 2.
Cross number 2. 3. A little stumble there. 4. Oh, he is done.
And
he is done. He was going for it. Jason was going for it. Jason was going for it. He knows he needed 9.6. He leaned into it.
Oh,
he had
God.
nothing to lose. And it looks like Brody Meskers is going to end up in third place overall in the Open Pro Division.
My heart is beating so fast right now. Oh my! But thank you. Great job to Jason, though. He really went out there. He went for it. He went big or went home.
So that also puts what'd you get for a score, Brody? 15-8?
15-8.
That puts, you know, Bryce Dorman right now is in the lead. Bryce Dorman is in the lead right now.
Yo, I think he has a guaranteed medal.
I think
yeah, he has a guaranteed medal.
He's guaranteed a medal.
Yeah, Bryce is guaranteed a
Bryce Dorman
bronze
is
medal.
guaranteed a medal, and he's in the lead with Jackson Gerard and Keith St. Ange left. And now it's Jackson Gerard. And Jackson Gerard and Keith St. Ange are battling for the overall title. This is going to be the first time in 17 years that Keith loses if Jackson can squeeze it out.
That's insane.
Jackson's getting an 11-point overall lead. Keith has to improve or widen his lead by 0.3 at least.
Is it only 0.3 that he needs to gain?
He needs to gain 0.3.
Wow.
Right now, Keith has got 19.7. Jackson's got 18.5.
That's crazy.
So Jackson needs to improve his score of 18.5 to put the pressure on Keith. If Jackson does not improve his score here, well, then Keith is going to take his time, just be clean, and he's going to end up taking it away from Jackson. If Jackson can push that score up from 18.5 into the 19s, there's going to be a lot of pressure on Keith, and Keith is going to have to push it.
Yeah, this really is going to be a crazy finish because it's all coming down to this. We got 2 runs with 15 seconds each, and it's deciding an overall title.
Boy, once again, this is another battle of the old buck and the young buck. No, the young buck and the old standby guy. The old legend against the future of the sport. Here comes Jackson. The pressure's on. Nope, the boat stopped.
They got some weeds in the prop.
They got weeds in the prop, so the boat stopped.
It's getting hot.
Yeah, it's getting hot, man. I'll tell you, people are heating up around here. Everybody's nervous. Some people are rooting for Keith. Some people are rooting for Jackson. Some people were rooting for Brody. Some are rooting for Jason. So we got 4 skiers left, Brody. We got Jackson, we got Ben Groen, we got David Small, and we got Keith St. Ange. Ben and David are going to battle out for the international championship. And Jackson and Keith. And I want to make sure everybody understands. Right now, for the overall, Jackson has got a 11-point overall lead over Keith St. Ange. Okay? So, Jackson has got a slalom score of 18.5. Keith has got a slalom score of 19.7. Keith has to widen that spread. Right now the spread is 1.2. Okay? If Jackson does not improve his score and Keith improves his up to 20, it's going to be enough to push him into the lead and to win the gold medal.
That's crazy how close it is between those two.
If Jackson improves his score, let's say he goes from 18.5 to 19, well, then Keith is going to have to increase that 0.5 plus that 0.3. So he's going to have to improve his by 0.8, which means he would have to go to 20.5. If Jackson improves his score up to 19.5, for example, then Keith would have to go up to about 21.
And Keith is definitely capable of hitting 21. He's done it in the past, but
Keith is capable, but remember,
that's definitely
all the high scores from Keith in the past, like the 21 scores, have been on the outboards, not on these inboard singers. These inboard singers have got a wider wake, and Keith's scores on these inboard singers have been closer to about 20.4 to 20.8 range. a 992, I'm guessing. They look clean. They look good. It looks like about a 992, which is where he needs to be.
Swamp, I hear if he stands up both these runs really nice, he has a good shot at winning the overall.
He does. He needs to increase the score over 18 and a half. Okay, backwards is a strength. He needs to be clean backwards, and he needs to get at least a 10-6 more to put the pressure on Keith.
The pressure is on for Jackson Gerard.
Let's see what he got forward. He looked clean. He looks like he got a 9 or a 9.2. I'm guessing. We're going to wait for the preliminary. Keith is anxiously waiting on the dock.
Captain America, a.k.a. Keith St. Ange.
If Jackson does not improve his slalom score, the 9.0. 9.0. So, 9.0. This is very important here backwards. He needs to get at least, he needs to pick up his pace to at least 19. If he can get in deep into the 19s, it's going to put a lot of pressure on Keith. Okay? Backwards, he is fast, but he needs to make sure he's clean, and he has to make sure he's smooth.
Swamp, do you think that he can do it?
He definitely can. He's definitely capable, without a doubt. I've seen him knock out 11 backward crosses. But he's got to be smooth, and his transitions have to be smooth. He's got to make sure his head is up. He's got to make sure his knee is bent, and he's got to make sure he has smooth transitions. If he starts straightening out his leg on the transitions, if his head is down, well, then he's going to start pushing, and then he's going to be stuck probably around a 10 pace. So once again, it depends whether they're clean or not. So there he comes. Jackson's coming in. He's got 9.0. This is a very important run for Jackson Gerard and Keith St. Ange right here. And he's got to start early enough. We lost the feed. He's got to start early enough to get his 10 in. And here he goes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We got no idea time-wise. 11. He got 11 crosses. We have no idea what time-wise there was. We got no idea how clean. We got no idea of time because we didn't have it on the board here.
The suspense is growing, Swamp.
This is extremely suspenseful. This is right for Keith St. Ange and for Jackson Gerard. We've got no time. We have no idea what he got in time. There he comes backwards again. We'll see if we have the timer on here. No timer, so we don't know. And even from that angle, we can't tell how clean or how not clean. He should definitely have a 10 pace, I'm guessing. If he's clean, it should be a 19 probably, maybe more. If he's cut, then it's a game changer. That angle is no good for us. We're waiting for the preliminary.
He did a nice back to front at the end, though.
We're waiting for the preliminary. This is nerve biting. Everybody's standing on pins and needles. We are still waiting. Keith is on the dock. We're looking to get a score. Keith needs to find out what he needs to do. We're still waiting. Jackson's asking questions. We're not getting a score here, guys. How come? No score. No score? We do not hear that. 19.1, which means he got a 19.6 with a cut. That means he got a 19.6 with a cut, 19.1. So that is very, very, very important Here comes Ben Groen. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Time is up, so you got probably 8 something for Ben. All right. So Jackson got 19.1. This is what this means, folks. Let me fill everybody in. He had 18.5. Keith had 19.7. So Keith has to make up that 0.5, which brings it up to 19.2. No, Jackson increased by 0.6. So Keith has to get up to 19.3, plus he has at least another 0.3 on top of that. So Keith needs 19.6. He needs 20. Keith needs 20.6. And I'm not sure if that's going to be enough. Ben Groen, do the calculation. If Ben Groen, he can't do the calculation, he's skiing. It's going to be close, folks. 20.6, and I'm not sure if that's going to be enough. It's going to be close. 20.6 is going to be very, very close.
All right, so swamp. Let me see. So you're telling me that we need Keith to get a 20.6. Have you ever seen Swamp get, or have you ever seen Keith get a 20.6?
Oh, absolutely. Keaton's got over 21.
Okay, so it's possible.
Oh, it's very possible. But on the inboard singers, it's a lot more difficult. The wake's a little wider, and he's normally about 20.4 on the singers. Normally.
Okay.
10-2 and 10-2.
So
he's going to have to get a 10-2 to 10-6 someplace.
Now, does Keith know how tight this is?
Oh, yeah, he knows. He knows exactly what he has to do.
He knows he has to get a 20.6.
I'm not even sure if that's enough. That's going to be very close. Here comes Ben for his back run. 1, 2. He fell off in that. That looked like an early down. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Ben looked like about a 9.6 there. Probably wasn't an early down. Ben's going to need a solid score to beat David Small. So I'm not sure.
Now, who else could do a 20.6?
Keith is probably the only guy right now in the world that can do it.
What about Smallsy?
Smallsy has never done it before.
Ever?
No. But Smallsy can come close. He's done it in practice.
Okay.
He's done it in practice, but he's
there's
never
no proof
done
of
it
that.
in a tournament.
No proof of that.
They've never done it in a tournament. Yeah, no proof, exactly.
Yeah.
So this is going to be extremely, extremely close. I'm not even sure if 20.6 is going to be.
Can we get confirmation on exactly what Keith needs to win?
Ben has a spreadsheet, but Ben just got done skiing.
Got it. Can we get a confirmation upstairs? Can we get some like propeller heads together and do some math?
Because 17.3 for Ben Groen. 17.3 for Ben Groen. So David Small's next. David Small's got to beat 17.3. Keith is going to need a 10.6 someplace, and he's going to need a 10. A 10 and a 10.6. Or a 10.2 and a 10.6. With no cuts.
Right.
With no cuts.
Right. It's a close one.
Yeah.
Well, especially with all the pressure that's going on. You know, you got the young kid versus the veteran now, right? You got Keith thinking about not doing all 3 events, you know, moving forward. Like, this is a big competition that we have going on here.
Oh, this is big time. This is big time. Jackson Gerard is pushing Keith St. Ange to the limit.
Yeah.
To the limit.
And I've been talking to Keith. Like, Keith's been telling me, like, Jackson has got what it takes. And it's just a matter of who skis the best on that day. And this may be that day.
Here comes David Small. David Small's got 17.3 to beat. David's very capable of getting up over 20. There he comes. He's very capable of getting 10 forwards. That's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, he looks like a 9.6 to 9.8 forwards.
Wow.
He looks like a 9.6 to 9.8 forwards, but that's on this timer. It's very hard to tell.
Right, yeah, and we don't know if it's official or not.
In the boat, it could be
I don't
a
even know
10.
who's running up there. Hey, Clark, if you want to get upstairs and hit the timer pretty accurately, that'd be awesome. Clark Gerard, you want to go do your timer job, sir, upstairs? Good man, thank you. I'll buy you a beer.
David looked a little slow for his pace. He likes to get a 10. He's capable of getting 10. I'm not sure if he squeezed out a 10 or not. David's got an optional reride. Optional reride. All right. I just got a text, folks. All right, guys. Everybody pay attention.
All right.
I just got a text. Keith St. Ange, okay, I think if he gets to 20.6, he will win by about 1 overall point.
20.6.
20.6, he will win
Can
by
Keith
1
hang
overall
on
point.
to his national title one more time?
Wow. Wow, wow, wow. 20.6, 1 overall point, and she thinks. Ashley
And that's
texted
Ashley, by the way.
Ashley texted that to me. I believe 20.6 will put him 1 overall point ahead.
Here it is right here. We'll show you. Show you Swamp's phone on the live stream. There it is. Hope you didn't have anything else in there, buddy.
All right, David's got an optional reride. What was David's score?
19. Can we pop the score up upstairs? Give us a score read for David Small.
No, he's not taking a reride. It looks like he's behind the boat. So, David, I'm not sure if it was 10-2 or what. Here comes David Small for his second pass. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Back to front. We have no timer, so we have no idea, obviously. And I didn't get his forward score either. I couldn't.
That was a great shot of David sliding right into.
David looked solid. He
cameraman
looked
of the
strong. He looked consistent. So,
everyone, I want to remind you, please share this online. Log into your phone and go to facebook.com and then do a search for Acros TV, AKROS TV, and just share the live stream. I am now going to buy you a beer. If you share the live stream right now, before Keith starts his run, I will buy you a beer. That's
19.9 for David Small. 19.9.
Prove it at the
for
bar.
David Small.
Prove it at the bar.
19.9 for David Small.
Put it on my tab.
All right, so this is it, people. This is it. Keith St. Ange, the legend, 17 U.S. national titles. He needs 20.6, we believe, to win by 1 overall point over Jackson Gerard. So, the pressure is on. Keith has no choice but to get on it, and he has to make sure that he is clean.
Good looking suit he's got there.
Keith is going to need a 10.6 someplace. Forwards or backwards. This is it.
Now, Keith usually starts backwards, right?
He starts backwards a lot of times. This is it. This is it. This is it. Here comes Keith. Is he going to do a positional turn? Let's see if he starts forwards or backwards. Is he going to do a positional turn? Yep, he's starting off backwards. Here he comes. He's lining up. 1, there he goes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. He's not going to have enough there and backwards. Backwards, it looks like he's going to have about a 10, 10, 2. That's what it looks like backwards, but it's hard to tell. It looks like he's got a 10 or a 10, 2 backwards.
I assume we have no boat cam for a replay? Nope, no boat cam for a replay. Yeah, right there. Get that freaking boat cam up. Here.
3. Listen for the score. 6, 7, 8. Yeah, 10. He's got 10 and 10 too. I'm going to guess 10 or 10 2 is my guess. 10 or 10 2 is my guess.
Ash just said to Swamp's phone, which I have in front of me, 20.6 is exactly what he needs in order to maintain his national overall title. This is huge. The kid may take it all.
10.3. So he got 10-8 with a cut. 10-8 with a cut. Wow. Well, he was way ahead of. So he needs a 10-6 forwards because the 10-2 will give him a 10-2 will give him 20.5.
No, he had a 10-3 just now.
Yeah. So he needs a 10-6 because a 10-2 will give him 20.5.
I thought we needed a 26.
Yes. 10.3 plus 10.2 is 20.5.
Right, but you need 20.6 though.
That's what I said. He needs
10.3 more. 10.3 more.
Yeah, but it goes into 0.2 and 0.6.
Okay, got it. All right, sorry.
Right? You don't have 0.3 unless you get cut.
Okay, got it. I'll just shut up now.
Yeah. We got Bert over here arguing with me. He's going to owe me a few shots tonight.
You got it, buddy. I'm all in.
Wow, Keith laid it on the line. 10.8. And he got cut a 1. I don't know. And I'm not, wow. But anyways, he needs a 10.6 forwards. A 10-2 with no cuts, he'd be barely shy. Guys, this is coming out to the wire. This is unbelievable. This World Championship is going to be won by like a 0.1 overall points. Crazy. Here comes Keith. Everything on the line. Bang, gone. 1, 2, 3, 4. He's on it. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9,
faster.
10. We'll do it. He won't do it. That's about a 10, 10, 2.
Ding! Woo! Look at Keith. Did you see his arms at the end?
No.
You got to see that dock start again, or that dock end. Let's slow this down. AJ, slow this down. Nice and slow, buddy. Nice and slow. They all look clean, Swamp.
Yeah, time went off around 10, 10, 2, but he was a lot faster backwards than he was what the timer showed.
Yeah. It's called showbiz exchange rate.
20.8. 20.8. He got 10.6. 20.8. He got 20.8.
Smokes it out at the end.
He wins this thing by like 0.2.
Holy crap.
Unbelievable. 10.6. 10.6 forwards.
That's why he's Keith St. Ange.
My Lord.
I don't know. Hope they don't change their mind.
So, talking about a photo finish. It looks like KSO edged out Jackson Gerard by